Welcome to Bottom Line Sports Talk. I'm George Abraham. You know my partner, Albert Campman. I mean, you have to say, Albert, 100 years, there's something about that anniversary. I remember back to the, bicentennial or whatever. It's just something special about 100 years, and McDonald is looking to do something about that and hopefully put their name in some record book.
Yeah, and I don't know what the kids would think about it, but I know there's some people sitting in that town that will be talking about grandpas, fathers, and kids passed down, George. And we were at McDonald, and a lot of those families stay around. And that's the truth, boy.
Yes,
it's amazing.
That's a different place.
Yeah, Coach Dan Williams is saying it's a special sort of year for the seniors, being the 100th year, and I think he couldn't say anything better than that. I'm hoping that McDonald has a great season representing that great town. We've seen, George and I have done football and basketball there, and we know how they support their teams. Also, what's happening right now is interesting. In the state championship games in Ohio, they're adding girls flag football. Never thought I'd see that day, but there are currently 80 schools, George, that have that, and it looks like it's continued to grow.
It's going to grow. I'm going to tell you right now, I saw it on TV over the weekend nationwide.
Yeah, and George makes me laugh because he watched it, and the girls they learned all the things from the guys already.
God bless them.
Face painted all the way down here.
Oh, they're not eye black. It's like the Road Warriors when they used to wrestle. It's from the eyes all the way down. You see a few guys doing that, but this was a pandemic. Those ladies were ready to go, and these new things they're wearing with the mouthpiece where they look like a baby teething ring. I couldn't do it, Al.
So George knows a little bit about flag football before you even knew it.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily want to, but I learned it.
And we're going to follow that up with flag footballs included in the 2028 Olympic Games in Los Angeles.
You know what? The NFL teams have really bought in there and spent some money having like little clinics and stuff for the girls. And there are plenty of athletes in, West Virginia and Eastern Ohio. There will be no shortage of talent.
Right, and more women's sports are coming into play, and in the same thought, NIL in college football. Don't think that the Title IX isn't following up on that, George.
No, that's why one of the reasons there are these men's sports. You go to a school that has a football team, and all of a sudden they have 80 guys on Scully.
Right, that's the way it works.
Yep.
Month from now, we'll be playing high school football, and George and I saw a list that amazed us a little bit, how the coaching turnover is taking place. Campbell gets a new coach, David Porch. Red Devils seeking their first winning season since 2012. Is that 13 years, George? That's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah. So let's hope that David has something up his sleeve.
Good luck to you guys because it's a tough job and it's thankless. All the parents know more than you do from the beginning. The boosters are all smarter than you too. You have to deal with all that. And fellas, ladies, just remember, you're not going to keep them all happy anyway, so be true to yourself.
Yeah. 10-0, they're not going to be happy either.
No, someone's mad they didn't score the touchdown. I watched it.
Yes.
I coached at a lot of places, but most of whom weren't good in football. And
you said that helped you a little bit.
Yeah. And even on the rare times they were good, do you think they were satisfied?
No.
Or were they moaning about who carried the ball over the end zone?
Moaning the whole time.
Exactly.
So that's why we have all this coaching turnover.
Yeah.
Cardinal Mooney, which was the powerhouse when I was growing up.
Oh, my.
Last year was 3-8. Franco Lopretti has come in for the program, serving 12 years in college at Worcester. I think he has something up his sleeve. I think he came back here thinking, hey, I remember the great Mooney teams. I'm coming back to put Cardinal football back on the map. East, Mark Green taking over after a 6-4 year. That's pretty darn good. Former coach Devin Culliver resigned, take over the same position as in Tennessee. East found a replacement quickly in Golden Bear standout Mark Green. George Jackson Milton, after a 2-8 season, Brian Chainer's coming in, trying to take the Jackson Milton program to a winning program. The previous coach, Nathan Brody, spent 8 seasons there. Brian Shaner also made the move from North Jackson and from Middle Ridge. Lakeview coach Ron DiGiulio Jr., named head coach of Lakeview in the offseason, going to try to improve on a 5-6 record.
Well, they get in the playoffs. I mean, people who've never done it, they all know how to go all the way. Mm-hmm. But anyone who's ever coached in the playoffs or won in the playoffs knows how stinking hard it is.
Yeah, there's nothing easy about anything in coaching.
No.
In today's world, about the parents and the administration and all the things that are going on. But George made a good point before we went on the show that I wanted to talk in right now, that football season's a lot more fun when you're at the midway point and you're 5-1 or 6-0. How about the coaches that are earning their pay?
04, 05,
they have to get
Saturday morning.
On Saturday morning practice.
Yes.
Yep. So those players and those coaches deserve a lot of credit. They say, listen, coach, we're ready to go for you. We're going to play our best for you. And that includes Liberty coach Dom Prolago. Dom comes in with a wealth of experience. JFK's defensive coordinator at the state team in 2016, 3 regional crowns. So it looks like Liberty's hoping that a little Warren JFK rubs off on there. I will tell you what, it better be a lot better, Dom. You brought some players with you from Warren JFK. That's the way it works. It's a player's game. Lowellville, Drew McLaughlin coming in after a record of 7-5. He has been assistant in a number of programs for many years. Takes over his alma mater. Yeah. I think a lot of coaches have that dream, George.
Yeah, that was my nightmare.
Yeah, I didn't either. Farrell called me 3 times, and I said no all 3 times. And that was never like a selling point.
And that's unusual. That's unusual.
I said a lot of people go, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But I'll tell you what, I think they expect you to win. I'm telling you right now, they didn't call you up to go 18
No, they
and
did
8.
not. That's the truth. Mineral Ridge, Andy Hake. That name, I read that name many times. Andy is a Ridge alum. He's been successful at Western Reserve and Valley Christian. He takes over the Rams position. Good luck to Andy. Josh Goss, toughest one of all, taking over Newton Falls program that was 0-10. He was an assistant there.
17 years without a winning season.
That's tough. Let me tell you something. Good habits become good habits. Bad habits become bad habits. Believing in yourself is a mindset. I've always said Georgia's team's always had a mindset they could win. Georgia, when you have one that's long, you have to break that.
Yeah, it's and don't think that's not a hard job.
It's hard. Very hard.
Good luck to you, coach, because it's a tough. Even with a minute left in that clock, that other team's thinking something can happen for them, and your guys are looking and thinking,
please not have them.
Please run out.
Yes. At Southern, Zach Almy is coming in as the interim coach. I'm not sure what that means, but I hope they take that off you, Zach, and you become the real head coach. Springfield, Adam Slopik's coming in. 20 years Slopik ran the Tigers defense. Now he takes over the program. They've been so good. You're talking about a program that has won and won and won 10 games or more in 4 of the past 6 campaigns. District 6 state championship back-to-back years. Adam, you're taking over a program that's in place. I don't know if the coach left you players, but I know what you left is tradition they expect to win. Struthers, John Pasquarella coming back. John Bayock did a great job there. Quit after 12 years. I know him and his family personally. I would look for John to coach someplace else sometime. But he just felt it was time to leave. It was his time to go, and John takes over for the Struthers program.
And people don't know, it's easy. Why, coach, or this and that. They don't understand the strain it puts on your interpersonal relationships, whether they be familial or otherwise.
Right.
And they're very, very difficult when you're that busy. And when you are present physically, you're not present mentally quite a bit.
Yeah, George and I know that. I coached a long time, and both of us not only had the mental strain that we put ourselves up, but we both had some physical strains too that you don't realize goes on behind the scenes. Like George couldn't eat for a while, I couldn't eat for a while.
It's beating you up. It's wearing you down mentally. If you have any type of personal pride and desire to be good at it.
Most of them have egos.
Yeah,
most of them do.
And that's like people who say, well, so-and-so wanted to win. Hey, buddy, so did I.
That's one of the worst things I've ever heard.
I don't want to hear that. That's my one thing with this Scooble. and I love his pitching. But I watched him when he come out of a game one day. I'm like, hey, buddy, that other team's trying. They want to win also.
Exactly.
Boy, I was, and I'm a big
He's a great pitcher, you know that.
fan of his, but I did not like that body.
Was it a body language thing, George?
It was that, and smacking something, and throwing something down, and hit.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey, buddy, the other team wants to win. It happened to me once. I told you a story. One of the legendary coaches, one of the greats. I beat him every time.
Uh-huh.
I lost one. I went over and gave him half a handshake.
Right, you're upset, you're lost.
He said, hey, coach. And I said, you know what, I apologize.
Right.
First of all, he was every bit the coach I was to start with.
Yeah, you had beaten him before, too. That's
Beat
the
him,
nice thing.
yeah, and
Yes.
he said, wait a minute. Well, I want to win too.
Right, good
and
line.
it left a big impact.
I like that, George. That was good.
And anytime, and you and I have discussed this after the game, I never denigrated or downgraded the other team. We had a good night. We did this. Things worked well for us. Not this, well, we only shot 10%.
Yes.
Or we had an off night. Or hey, first of all, maybe that other team caused that off night. Did you ever think of
Many
that?
times it does
Maybe
happen.
that 8 for 40 was because they were up under your
In the
jaw.
barn, you're right.
Yeah, let's talk pros.
Yeah.
Cleveland 48-50. Allen, I think they're going to make a little run toward that second wild card. I looked the other day. They have more games against the teams that are in it than anybody. So they're going to have to play.
Yep, you have to play. That's what happens.
And 8-2 last 10, which says they will.
Play a lot of games at
because they
home.
had lost some in a row. And the fact that they bounced back and went 8-2. 2 out of 3 over the weekend. The A's are no joke to pitch to.
No, 2 out of 3 is what you want, though.
Oh, no, that'll get 'em in.
There ain't many 7-10 game winning streaks.
No.
2 out. You get 2 out of 3 7 times in a row.
And this
You have a
other
good
one,
year.
the Pirates, we have to talk about this. 39-61, 1-9 in the last 10. I noticed something. You told me one time you like the backup shortstop.
Figueroa,
He had some paw. Okay. I listened to you when you talk. Cause
I have no idea what they don't like about him.
finally, now they've watched this guy bat 107 for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Don't I hear that guy before the game Sunday say, I want to take a look at him. Look at what?
That's what you don't take a look at him.
107. And I'm thinking, I remember out, and I heard today they brought him up.
Brzezinski.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, first of all, if you bring him up, play him. You know Connor Felifa's gone in 2 weeks
Right.
anyway.
Uh-huh.
Put this kid in, give him a month. I heard he averaged about 1 homer every game. He would hit you, let's say he hit you 15. On that infield, he's Honus Wagner.
I know. This team, he is Honus Wagner.
Yeah.
And so I have something to say about the Pirates. I like the question. I don't understand.
In other words, here's what I'm asking. What's the plan?
Well, I'm asking this plan. This is a short-range plan. I have no idea why Skeens and Keller,
Oh, no,
one of the 2 last pitchers.
No, you go get me started.
No, I want to know what I asked them.
Scooble threw last night. They both pitched Tuesday night. They pitched 1 inning. That'd be like throwing on the side.
But Keller hasn't pitched at all.
No, well, neither is Skeezel tonight.
But I'm talking about Skeens. He pitched in the All-Star game.
I get
Keller
you.
hasn't pitched at all.
No, and he's their best pitcher.
He's
Second best.
Yes, he's pitching. He
Yeah.
hasn't pitched.
And
They came out of the All-Star break pitching their 3 worst pitchers instead of their 2 best pitchers. I don't grasp, but I'd like to know why. I don't know what the reason is.
And I'm going to tell you what I told this lady one time. We trained her son, but this was in football. He had gotten hurt and something happened or whatever, and she said she was, I forget, she was going to ask the coach something. And I said to her, I said, you know what? I said, the one mistake you're making. She says, what? I said, you're assuming he knows what he's doing. I'm saying that about Pittsburgh.
I'm assuming.
I don't think there's a plan down there, and I think your guy coming up now is proof.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand.
You're going to lose 100 games. You should have 2-3 young guys in there. McCutcheon shouldn't get another at bat, and I know his bobblehead was nice. And this Wazinski, it's time to let him go.
Yeah, I let him go a long time
Yeah,
ago.
it's time to let him go.
No
It was All-Star Week. You know, they had the festivities, this and that. It is the only game that resembles a real game. Hockey, they don't touch each other. Football, it's touch. And basketball, it's 200 to 198. So it is the one that resembles. 2 aces started, Skeens and Scooble. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better, you know, and the over-under is always 7 because they know nobody scores. Now, they did in late innings. One of the reasons, too, as long as you have people who have to have a player in there more often than not, it's going to be a pitcher, and that's going to happen. They're going to score in the late innings. That's one thing that has changed. Sad part is when they went to the home run derby to end it, several of those guys were already in the air.
I was too.
Yeah,
because I told you I'm such a traditionalist that you have to end the All-Star game with home runs, and
that's because they pitched one inning.
I know.
You used to throw 3 when we were
I
kids.
know. Didn't have enough people.
And the other thing is too, I watched with the sound down, so I'm talking to one of our buddies, and I see Alonso in the cage in the bottom of the 8th.
What is he doing there?
Well, then I figured it out.
Right.
I two and put it all together.
Yes.
But it's just so ridiculous. But trading deadline's coming. We got 2 weeks. You're going to see some movement. You're going to see the Dodgers they're like a boxer that got knocked down for the second time. He beat the 10 count, but he doesn't look very good right now.
Yeah, well, they'll have a different team.
They'll have 2 stars.
Yeah, they'll have a different team before they do. So will the Yankees.
They'll both come hard at Keller,
and then somebody who's like the Cubs. Cubs will have 2 different players. I'm thinking of the guys that have money to spend that are in the races. So the big trades are coming. No question.
The idea, the added wild card makes more people think they're in it. You want to call it fool's gold, call it what you want. Pirates, everyone's available but Skeens. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, I would have said Gonzalez, no, but I'm not sure what they're thinking.
Okay.
I have no idea what they were doing with him.
I agree. And the Guardians, they're still that last wild card. Don't count them out.
4 games out, right?
Most teams need pitching, and of course, that puts Bednar at a premium relief-wise. He hasn't given a run since June.
Problem is they're not going to give up major league players.
You said that.
Well, that's for sure. Even when they gave up Soto. Soto was one of the 3 best players in baseball. They got prospects. So it's hard to say. When you're a Pirate fan, you better know this, or Guardian fan. Don't think you're getting.
You're not getting judged.
But you're also not getting. What's the one you get? Skeezed or whatever the word is. You're getting that
equal value.
No, you're not getting. I can't think of the word, George.
Well, go ahead.
No, they're going to get good players. You just don't know who they are.
Oh, they're not. I get you.
They're not getting.
Well, tell them your famous story.
You're going to read this and think.
Yeah, tell them your famous story.
And
with Smoltzy, tell them your story.
Yeah, but John Smoltz is a Hall of Famer. Got traded to Detroit, and when they saw that, who's this Smoltz?
Oh, what they get? Another minor leaguer.
We gave up we got a minor leaguer again.
Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer.
And Atlanta going to be a Hall of Famer. Yeah, so you're not getting skinned or whatever the word. I'm coming blank on the word. It has to do with sheep, but they're going to get 4 prospects. You're going to hope 3 of them end up being stars. That's all you can hope, because you're not getting major league talent.
Yeah, because then they're right where they were when they trade. If they trade a great player, now they're just as short as they were before they.
Yeah, they don't want to do that. Those teams, they're going to keep their best players.
I get it.
And give you their best prospects.
And they're at the 100-game mark, so it's 5/8 completed. That All-Star game is not out.
Left, huh?
Everybody's got 60 games left.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the NFL camp's open this week. The Steelers report Wednesday. Watt got the contract, so everything is copacetic as of right now. The Browns have to get rid of at least 1 quarterback.
Yeah.
And I know what you say about having more than 1.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do there. It's going to be very interesting.
You know what's funny? I want to say, if we grab 20 guys, we get 18 different answers.
Would.
I think Sanders. Would. Someone thinks Flacco. Someone says Pickett gives them the best chance.
Right. And we'll say this: none of them are a star.
Okay.
That's the part. So you're hoping who plays the best. But when you play exhibition games, you're not seeing anything. No. You're playing against, what do you call them, taxi drivers?
Cab drivers and Uber drivers. Because
yes.
What has happened?
Somebody's going to look great.
Yeah, the salaries have gone so far out of whack. And then the Soup Boy won the championship without playing anybody. Now nobody plays anybody.
Yeah, so they're trying to find 2 guys to run down on suicide kicks and suicide teams. And that's all they're looking for. They know their lineup's set. These teams in the NFL are set in stone.
And a lot of considerations are economic. Like the kid we talk about, we have a buddy who's an agent. There's a kid from Altoona that played at Penn State. He went to the 49ers. Well, he's not on a rookie contract anymore.
So you can be in trouble.
He could be in trouble. Because they can get somebody for $900,000 to
they'll
replace
save
him.
money. Yes, and they will too, by the way.
And that's how they do. They'll give somebody $41 million.
Yep.
You're exactly right. Hey, by the way, a bad quarterback decision like the Browns make will put you back for 10 years.
Yeah, that's about the worst ever in history of NFL, maybe, too. It might be the worst.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do with Sanders. Preseason, we agree, is worthless. Fear of injury is too high. Salaries are great, so when you add that up. Now, nobody repeats. And the NBA, there's been 7 new ones. NFL, we see the Chiefs ducking their head in, but they did get spanked. I have to tell you, I look at all and we certainly don't know now. But, man, I look at the Eagles and think they're going to be tough to beat, yet it seems like they don't repeat.
Yeah, and usually what happens is they don't come with the same mindset
at
all. And if you're a coach, it's really hard to get somebody to get back up to after you won. Can you convince them that you have to play better than you did the year before? That bullseye is going to be on your back. Every team is going to go after them full blast. And they stayed healthy last year. When your offensive line plays every game, that's
See, offensive line. Let me ask you this. When you look at these teams, obviously repeating is rare and such. How many more times, because they're all picking, they're going to pick Buffalo, Baltimore,
same team.
KC. Let me ask you, how many more shots would you give Buffalo and Baltimore? Because they both can't win.
Yeah, I'd say right now, talent-wise, Baltimore has more talent on the field.
Okay.
Buffalo probably has this is their last one. I'm thinking right this year.
I have to be honest, I'd have fired the coach after the 14-second game.
Gotcha.
That's just me.
Yeah.
And and it's never personal with me. Like, I don't see the guy. I just see the coach letting them drive the field in 14 seconds.
That was one of the hardest losses ever.
It has to be for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's a must for both, though, as you said. Josh Allen, the guy's a magician. But he doesn't have the talent beside him
that Baltimore
does.
Yeah, Baltimore definitely has more players.
And they got the king back there. Now, it's a football. Texas, the big pick. Manning, the Heisman. I'm going against both of them for no other reason than they open at Ohio State.
Tough place.
I've seen him play against Georgia. He looked like a deer in the headlights. And I know going to that horseshoe, there are easier days.
Yeah, it'll be a tough one. Ohio State's starting a new quarterback also.
Yeah, that's true.
So anybody who's starting quarterbacks, you have to watch early in the year.
And that's one of our
you have to watch early in the year.
Determinants.
Like you think that guy's open, and all of a sudden that ball's flying out of bounds.
Hey, how about the first week? There aren't any good games. Notre Dame, Miami, Syracuse, Tennessee, Utah, UCLA. And why is it? Because you can lose one or two and make the tournament. So that's a good thing in that respect.
Right.
I hear glowing things coming out of Clemson.
Well, a lot of people are picking them, but I still don't think they're as good as the SEC.
They play early.
Yeah, I saw that. Did they play LSU?
Bayou Bengals Tigers.
I thought they did.
Now there's a ball game.
Too.
Oh my!
Yeah, they're talented also.
Newsfire alone he's a pro, no question.
Right.
College football, my favorite by a mile. They're throwing money around though, and if you don't look any further, look at the Red Raiders of Texas Tech. Yeah,
Texas Tech, and Texas A&M are the 3 of the top 5 money out there. Texas has went by Texas Tech now. Texas Tech was good up there for a while. Texas said, "Wait a minute, no one's outspending us." So they said, "Let's put some more money out there." So 3 out of the top 5 in the state of Texas. It's not surprising, George.
Money wise.
Yeah.
And that Big 12, I've never seen a league. Now I know the Big 10. I know who the top 3 or 4.
Right.
I might not know who's won.
Right.
But I know who the top 3 or 4. I know the same in the SEC. If you gave me $1 million that said, give me the top 4 in the Big 12, I might have Utah, you might not. You might have Arizona State, I may not. You may have Texas Tech. I've never seen, both geographically and competitive-wise, it's wide.
Wide open.
And I mean wide open.
Yeah, and that takes I'm talking about the 1 through 16. I'm not talking
Well,
1 through 3.
they picked 16 last year.
Arizona State was, yeah.
That's all.
So it's wide. It is wide open. No question
I'll
about that.
leave it at that. That's enough. How about the NBA? A lot of movement out of season. LeBron, a little bit in limbo. He re-upped, but he's come to the realization that is Luka Doncic's team. And I think for the right offer, he would jump.
So do I. Yeah, he wants to win one more championship, and he's not winning in L.A., so if he wants to win another one,
they're not good, are they?
Yeah, no, not a chance.
OKC signed their guys. That's one thing. You get them young, and you can sign them and still fit them in. If you end up with, they got 3. That's it. They can't sign any.
The big 3.
Top 3.
So now their bench is going to suffer.
Bench
That's what
will
happens.
suffer,
Yeah,
and then they won't be able to add anybody.
Right.
As free agents come available, they'll be in a very, very tough spot there. Repeating 7 straight different ones. Why not 8? I won't say they're going to win.
I would say it will be 8.
I won't. I don't know how it'll happen, but I do know it.
Well, they could have been out against Denver. I mean, Denver had them on the ropes.
Yeah.
You know, they could have been out then.
I watched the summer league a little bit there. They had the championship. Awful.
What didn't you like about it?
Awful. Well, the talent, I think the kids not staying in college has started this rolling down the hill of guys getting there that aren't ready to play.
That makes sense.
I thought for a championship game, the defense was just awful.
Okay.
And it was Charlotte and
usually makes sense that they're not ready defensively. That's usually
okay.
That's
So
usually
then maybe I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think they are
And
ready.
you know, it appears some teams next year are just playing out the string with no Tatum. They're not going to try him with no Halliburton. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to load up for the next year.
You have to. You have to do it that way. I think it's a wise choice. They're not winning a championship.
And just the WNBA, their All-Star game over the weekend. It's in Indiana, where Caitlin Clark guarantees a sellout. She was injured, but they did have a sellout. And if you know anything about shooting, you know this UNESCO girl, short of Steph. I'm here to see it.
Yeah, I talked to 2 people today. It just happened today because I don't watch it. That did not watch the game because Caitlin Clark didn't play. They didn't watch it. Why would I watch that?
They're up for a new contract, and the girls are crying about pay us. I think they're no longer going to have to leave the country. The days of leaving to play in Russia and such are gone.
You know, I wouldn't give them the money. If Caitlin Clark dropped out of the league right now,
it's done.
You understand? They would drive 300 fans.
I know.
I don't know how could you want more money if you don't bring in any money?
Well, they're looking.
What's the answer to that?
They have
George?
a $2 billion TV deal.
Oh, so that's why.
That's why. Yeah.
Okay, there's the answer then. So it's not at the contest. It's
$2 billion
on TV.
And then,
okay.
Yeah.
There's the answer.
She's
George
filling
taught
it
me
up.
something there. That's
They're
good.
filling it up.
I wonder why they're so excited about them.
Miscellaneous. We're down to about a minute and a half. The referees in that league are extremely
I remember you
poor.
said that.
I told you after watching one game, they need to watch how the NBA refs SGA. Mm-hmm. You don't knock them around. You don't forearm them. You don't knee them.
Some of the best players get protected.
Yeah,
so, okay.
yeah. It's come to that. They know who put it this way, they know who their stars are, and they just haven't done that. They were settling the All-Star game with home run. I know your answer on that, so we've already discussed that. You know what? Messing things up, whether it's the Bricks in Pittsburgh, this time it was a second bobblehead. They had done a wrapper this time, and they screwed it up. Is there anything they can get right down there?
No. How about the biggest crowd they had was for a bobblehead
Bobblehead and fireworks.
For a guy with a bobblehead who's a rapper or a singer or something.
He's a rapper.
He's from Miller's his name, I think it is. Yeah, so.
Western PA, you want to get a crowd, you either have country music or fireworks.
They come.
Because they come. That's what they call Yinzer Palooza. Thanks again for watching Bottom Line Sports Talk. We'll see you next week.